to my third Flosstube video. For my first video, I think it was, I got the feedback that the sound was way too quiet. So if there are any issues or things like that, things that might be easy to improve, feel free to comment and tell me what might be helpful. Since of course I don't have a lot of equipment, I just have my iPad on my sofa stand for filming, and that's it. But yeah, if there are any problems, please inform me and I will see if I can fix it or not. So much for that. And also, I'm trying to look into the camera and I'm really bad at it, so I'm sorry. I will try to do it better today. The first thing that I wanted to talk about are fellow Flosstubers again. Some, but also not too much. So the first things I wanted to mention were a few live videos I was able to join in, which is always really fun. I think maybe at some point I will do something like that, we will see. But I joined in Michael's last Flosstube video, which from Star Crafts, which was a live Flosstube video, and then he also did a live stitch with him, which was very fun. So that was really cool. And then I saw that Kaylee Cross Stitch did a live stitch with me on Instagram, which I haven't seen anything like that before, but it was very nice to join in there too. So yeah, it seems like I really like live videos. So yeah. And the next thing I wanted to talk about is that I have finally started watching a Flosstuber which a lot of people watch, but I haven't so far. But I'm trying to catch up now, which is Modern Folk Embroidery, because I think I watched one video and it was a bit overwhelming and not really what I usually stitch. And also I often prefer to watch videos where I at least have some kind of contact with the person who makes the video. So there's actually a bit of a limited number of those. But also I try not to watch too many videos on YouTube, because I have realized in the past that if I just watch so many videos, it affects my mood as well. So I'm still trying to find out how much Flosstube I can actually watch. And so yeah, I have a bit of a space now, so will probably add to my list of Flosstubers. So if you have any tips, you feel free to comment. Or well, that might be a bit too much. Yeah, and then what I think I haven't mentioned before were videos that I really enjoy watching are by Pam's Crafty Corner, because she does special stitch with me videos, which are coffee, crime and crafts, where she talks about a crime that happened somewhere in the past that she researches, and then tells the story of that in one of her videos while she's doing some crafting. And I really enjoy those videos, because I also like am interested in crime videos and also TV shows, so that's kind of a really cool mix. Yeah. So for that now to the stitching. I have looked it up, and since the last video I made, I have stitched 90 hours, which is pretty much. And now we're going to talk about what I stitched on, because I have a bit of finishes. And the first finish I want to show you is Loki! I was able to finish this on vacation pretty fast, actually. I think on the fourth day of vacation I finished him. And yeah, I switched out the color on the hand, because it was I stitched it with the wrong colorway, and then I didn't like it, and I restitched the hand. And then I just I'm still not too happy with the skin tones, but I will leave it the way it is. Also, I really like the fabric, and now I will have to decide what to do with this. I have thought about putting this in a hoop or sewing a pillow from it, but the fabric is hand dyed, and I don't know, and it's recommended not to wash it, and I don't know if that's a good idea for a pillow, because of course if you, at least with my pillows, there is some wear and tear, and there's always a chance that there might get dirt on there, so I don't really know if I want to do that as a pillow. So yeah, I still haven't really decided about what to do with this, so I'm open for suggestions. English is hard. So feel free to comment on what you think might fit for this. So yeah, then I talked about my plan for August cross-stitch camp, which was to stitch with the challenge for that was to stitch on a new to you fabric or on a new to you floss, and I told you that I wanted to stitch the Relaxolotl, and but I hadn't really decided on the fabric yet, and I have done so. I have started it on the 2nd of August, and I chose the blue fabric, and it is finished! Surprise! I finished it, and it's so cute. And I really, really love the blue fabric. I had to switch out the color of the bubbles, because it was a light turquoise and it wouldn't have fit. So I switched it out. But it's so cute. With a smile and everything. So yeah, so cute. The pattern is by Happy Sloth Patterns on Etsy. And the Loki one was from Fancy Face Collections, also from Etsy. Oh, and I also have no plan on what to do with this, so feel free to suggest anything. The first thoughts from you would be hoop or frame. So yeah. Very creative. Then I started something. I mean, of course that was a start too, but it was also a start and finish. And then I started the Hyperborea first one. With the polar bees. We'll try to It's so beautiful. I started this together with Claire from Stitched Lit by Claire, because she has the, so those are, I have 3 small kits. Oops. I have 3 small kits, and there is the same design with all the 3 motifs directly next to each other on one piece of fabric, and she has that version. So yeah, and it's stitched with variegated floss that is dyed by All Forest Embroidery, and I think it's very nice. The only thing where it didn't work out so well was the polar bear, the little one, because the variegation on that thread didn't work the way I planned. Oh well, the variegation is very slight and very the distance between the color changes is pretty big, so on a small piece like this it just didn't show very well. So it's now, he has a light blue stripe in the middle, which is a bit weird, but it's going to stay that way. I'm still learning after all how to stitch with variegated threads. But it was really fun to stitch. I also, so far I stitched it in hand, which I normally don't do because I just have a lot of tension while stitching, and that normally works best in a hoop. But this fabric is pretty stiff, so I can't, my tension works too. And also I'm not really used to holding the fabric in hand yet, so it's a bit exhausting for my fingers. But I think I'm going to continue like this with this one. We will see. Yeah, so much for then. Oh, and what I wanted to tell you, I forgot. This one I stitched 22 hours on to finish. This one, I thought that might be interesting. And for Loki, he took me 56 hours above. Plus minus 2 hours because I sometimes forget to stop the tracker, and sometimes I forget to start, and sometimes I forget. Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, then I wanted to show you something else, which I nearly forgot. Because I have something funny here, because I emptied my art jar, because it was full. And since I didn't want to throw away, I have a ball of art. Isn't that funny? So many pretty colors. I think those are about 8 or 9 months of art. I have forgotten when I started. Or maybe 10 months? 11? I don't know. More than half a year, definitely. And not really a whole year yet. I thought that's funny. So now to my whips, my old whips kind of, which are not too old. The first thing I want to show you is my battle of the bed sheets. And this is actually the reason why I'm doing the video today, because I finished the row, and isn't that beautiful? So this whole area here is confetti, and it's so much, and it drove me mad. It was, I mean, I'm slow while stitching, and all this confetti made me so much slower, and I was just sitting there and feeling like it's not going, nothing is happening here. And I finally finished it today, and I will have to move the frame so I can continue stitching, so I thought now I will show this to you, and then I will move the frame and stitch it. So I will show you closer. I have no idea if you can see that. I just hope you can, because I can't. But it's so beautiful. So I would say the confetti is worth it, but it's still painful. But yeah. And then I hope with the next row we will finally start to see a bit of the motif, because right now you can't really see anything. So this here is the border of the coat of the soldier in the front of the picture, and those are the bed sheets hanging on the lines in the back. So yeah, very mysterious. You have to have read the book to understand this properly. So read the book. And because it's the 4th book, you have to read the first 3 books too. Yeah. Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. Totally recommend. So much for that. Oh, and since the last video, I stitched 1,600 stitches on this one, which is a bit more than 1.3%, so not that much, but it's so beautiful. But it doesn't feel like much, because 1,600 is like, some people can stitch that in a single day, or into 2 days. So much for that. I want to say anything about it. Oh yeah, and I'm at 11.44% now. So, and there's 7 times that I will have to stitch before it's finished. We will see if I can stick to my goal to finish this before the 5th book comes out in fall of 2023. It's pretty getting tight. We will see. Then another, my last whip is my Stitch Along by February, and part 3 was released a bit more than 2 years ago, but I was on vacation, so I could only finish it at the end of last week. And here we go. The dragonfly got some more a bit backstitching, and which you can't really see so well, but there is metallics on there, and it's very nice. It's a bit shiny, and I hate metallic threads because they are a pain to stitch with. And what I realized is in the document you get before starting the SAL, there's a sheet with the dates when each part will be released, and there's also a line where there's written how long each part will approximately take you to stitch. And I have realized I always need about double as much time as is given there, which is a bit frustrating, but it looks beautiful, and I think it's because I'm such a perfectionist with stitching that I take so long. But it looks good, so that's fine. And on this Monday, the part 4 of the SAL was released. I haven't stitched it yet though, because I will be going back to my student home on the weekend, and there is, on the next part there's going to be beads and sequins, and I didn't want to stitch that before going there because I will have to roll it up and take it with me, and I could just stitch it next week. So that's the plan. Yeah, so much for that. But the next part is beautiful too. And I needed a break from it because the metallics got me a bit frustrated. So that's all my whips and finishes. So now we're going to talk about haul. Oh, and presents, because between the last video and this video I actually turned 22. So I'm not that young anymore. And I got something as a present. It's not like I told my dad exactly what he was supposed to get me. But it's a cute little bobbin needle minder. And then I also got some stickers. And I think I got 2 stickers for free. Those I got for free with the order. So this one went with the bobbin needle minder. So I also have a sticker that fits to the needle minder, which is pretty cute. And this sticker. And then I have this sticker. I haven't really decided yet where I want to put them, but I will definitely put them on something that's stitching related. So those are really cute. I think the shop is called Feed Your Inner Granny, and it's a German shop. And they have pretty cute little things. And also washi tape. So this is really cute. You can't see it well. And here are little bobbins. Doesn't really want to focus. My face seems to be so much more interesting. But I can show you because I used it once. There we go. It's pretty cute, I think. That might be the user I put it for, because I for each week I write down what I stitched in that week, and it might be nice for something like that. Yeah, that's the first part. Then I was in Italy on vacation, and I bought a magazine, an Italian cross-stitch magazine. I have to say though that the designs, there's not really many designs in there that I really like that much. Yeah, which is a bit sad, but I don't know. Maybe I will gift this to someone or so. I don't really know yet. I will still have to think about it. Yeah, but it was the only magazine they had, and I thought, I'm going to buy this one. And then I looked in it and thought, sometimes there's just nothing you really like in the magazine, and that's okay. Someone else likes it. And it's best if you can give a magazine like that to someone who likes it. So if there's anyone who really would like to have this, feel free to contact me on Instagram. If there's several people who would ask, then I will maybe think about making a giveaway. So everybody has a chance and not just the first one gets it. But I don't really, I'm not comfortable with doing giveaways just yet, I think. Yeah. And then I also got a book with cross-stitch pattern. It's French. I learned a bit of French in school. Well, I had 5 years of French classes, and I feel like I don't know anything. But reading is, I understand quite some things, but not too much. But I bought this one because I saw a really cool pattern or stitched thing on Instagram with tomatoes. And since I'm kind of a tomato fanatic at the moment, since mine are doing very good, I thought, hey, you could stitch that. And then I bought the book. And now I feel like I don't really want to stitch it now, but maybe later. Maybe in the winter when I'm missing my tomatoes. Yeah. But there are also nice other things in there, so pumpkins and carrots and stuff. So it's really nice. So besides from the stitchy haul, I also got some other haul, because when I visit a city or something like that, when I'm on vacation, I always like to, or not always, but I like to take a souvenir if I find something nice. And I'm not really a big fan of photos or buying postcards or anything like that, because I just, it never really has the, I don't know, sometimes it's boring. I don't know, it's boring to look at, for me at least. And so what I really like are paintings instead. And so I was in Firenze, Florence. The other one is the Italian name. And there was a nice lady who did watercolor paintings. And she had a few, and I really liked this one. And I bought it. So that's one. Now I'm pretty. It's a bridge there. I have forgotten the name. And it's just a really nice picture. I also have some of few pictures of Barcelona and Venice, where I was. So yeah, I always like to take pictures. And because I bought the big picture, I also she gifted me this little one, which is really beautiful too. So yeah, I will have to get a frame for that picture. Yeah, oh, and I also have one which is old, but I can show you. A small picture I bought in Croatia, where we were on school trip. For the last school trip we had in school, kind of. I don't know how you would call that. So yeah. Oh, and that's one important thing. We didn't talk about the elephant in the room yet. So yeah, that's a lovely picture I have had for years from IKEA. But I think it's a lovely background for a Flosstube video. So yeah. Funny joke, wasn't it? Yeah. Then I bought something else. A headlamp. Because I'm switching places rather often, and I don't always have proper lights for stitching. So I thought, hey, a lamp you can take with you would be pretty useful. And this one isn't useful though, because the light is a bit too strong, I think, because it's for long distance. And not for stitching in front of you. And also, if I put it on, and this up there, it's comfortable, but I can't, I'm looking really funny, but that way I can put this down, but it really doesn't hit the place where I'm stitching. So I would have to put it down here, and that hurts with time. Now my hair's a mess. But yeah, that's something I bought too, which doesn't really work. Such a pity. But yeah, considering that, I think I will have to get myself a lamp, a clip-on lamp, that I can put on my sofa stand or on my frame for stitching. So if you have something like that or have experience with lamps like that, if you please contact me and tell me, because I would like some tips for that. Then I also got something else which is not cross-stitch related, so I think we're going to leave the cross-stitch related part. I have to check my notes if there's anything I have forgotten. Oh yeah, before we get to not cross-stitch part, I want to talk about my plans, because I have finished 2 things, I have started 2 things, and one of them is finished, so I still have 1 spot, kind of. And I have thought about what I would like to start next, and I think I'm going to start stitching the cooking gecko, which is a really cute pattern of a cooking or baking gecko. It's so cute. And I have already decided on the fabric. It's this one, and it's so beautiful. It looks less colorful on the video, but it's a very nice color. And I think I'm going to stitch him on that. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. The other thing that I might start is this kit, which I already showed you, which I will be stitching for my mom. It's already all prepared. I also have the fabric because I switched out the Ada for some hand-dyed fabric. All my hand-dyed fabrics are by Hard Stitch Designs on Etsy from Italy. They're really nice. So yeah, this is all. Okay, then I also have something else that I will want to start in the future, which I showed you in my last video. The Zelda sampler. Oh, it's not really a sampler, but I call it that way. But it's going to wait for a bit, because I might do that as a SAL with Michael from Star Parade Crafts, but it's not really decided yet. So yeah, but I might start this in October or November at some point, and the cow the same, I think. So yeah, then we're getting to the not stitching related part, so if you're not interested in that, feel free to leave. That sounded a bit mean. So it's okay if you're not interested in the other stuff, and I hope you enjoyed the cross stitch part, and we will see each other soon, hopefully. I will start another internship in a bit less than 2 weeks time, for 5 weeks, and I don't really know yet how exhausting that will be and when I will be able to do my next video, but I think it would be latest for somewhere between 2 weeks and 4 weeks might be the next video, but you will see. So yeah, now to the not cross-stitch related stuff, because I bought something from America. I have 2 nice things. One thing is Dawn Chart. It's by Brandon Sanderson. How surprising! My favorite author, and it's a novella, I think. It's a small book that takes place between the third and the fourth book of the Stormlight Archive series, which I haven't read this novella yet, and it's currently only available as an ebook, but I ordered something else from his Dragonsteel books, so his own kind of online shop where he sells merch and books. And so they had a Kickstarter event last year, I think, and this one was part of it, I think, the hardcover, and they had some left, so I got one of those. And the other thing, which is the reason why I ordered something in the first place, is I got a card game, the Stormlight Archive card game, which is so cool. I saw pictures of the artwork before in several places, and I always thought, oh, that's so awesome, and I tried to find out where to get those cards, and then was really sad when I found out that it was with the Kickstarter event that was already over and you can't buy those cards anywhere. But 2 weeks ago, in one of his weekly update videos, he talked about how the last packages are sent out, and there is the card game and also some editions of the book available in the shop, and I just had to buy it, so I bought it straight away. And here I have the cards, and it's so cool. Those are the cards from the on the cards are characters from the book, which is really cool. So fun. Look at those pictures. Oh, and this guy is on my battle of the bed sheets. He's one of the persons. And then there's also the other one. Face it. Look at those. I really like them. Fancy sword. So where are the others? Oh yeah, here are the others. And this guy is on the big battle picture too. Then there are 2 extra cards, which I think one of them can be used as a joker too. And this is the chicken card. And you can see there's a chicken and there's another chicken and another chicken. So it's the chicken card. If you don't understand that, you have to read the books. So yeah. And after I got those, I got those yesterday, I realized that it would have been smart to order 2 card sets, because the only card game I really know is Rummy, and you need 2 sets of cards for that. But I decided that I will just order a second one, so I did that yesterday. So I will get a second set of those cards. And then I can have a really cool game, really cool cards that can become family heirloom, like the cool cards my parents have. And then with that came a sticker, and I have to admit, I have no idea what that is. I think it might have something to do with one of the other books that are not Cosmere books that I haven't read yet, but I have no idea. So I think I might, if you by any chance know what this is supposed to be, feel free, I mean it's cute, feel free to tell me. Otherwise I think I'm going to see if anyone on the internet can help me find out what this is. Yeah, so much for that. I think that is everything for now. Then I'm going to say goodbye. We're going to my next video, hopefully. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, feel free to subscribe, to leave a like. You can also follow me on Instagram if you want to. I'm currently pretty active on there. Normally there's a post maybe once, twice a week and some stories. But currently there's an event on Instagram where you post each day about something really about you or about cross stitch, the common threaded stitcher challenge, and I'm participating in that, even though I'm one day back at the moment, but I'm planning to catch up. So yeah, then goodbye.